different. That's why Verizon lets everyone mix and match different unlimited plans, so you only pay.
PlayStation.
Welcome to the North American Firewall League match between RedReum 2 and Jokers Are Wild. I am Chris Wolf, also known as the Wolf Craze, and I'm going to be commentating on tonight's match that is supposed to be starting around 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Currently is 8:58. I'm hoping the match will start on time tonight, but history dictates that it'll probably not start right away. So for the meantime, we're going to pull up Joker's old match here, previous match against Ratchet Cell, and I'm going to keep an eye on. I'm going to keep an eye on when the match actually begins. What I should probably do actually right now is subscribe and be notified. So as soon as that bad boy goes live, I can go right to it. So anyway, I have not seen Jokers Are Wild play. And have they been matched before? No. RedReum 2 versus Jokers Are Wild are new. I believe RedReum 1 went up against Jokers Are Wild. And that match went in favor... Oh, give me a hot second. I think it went in favor of RedReum 1. But let me confirm my sources here.
That's what you really want. I just don't want to kill tricks.
Let's see. League info. Jokers Are Wild. RedReum 1. Yes, went in favor of RedReum.
Let me see if he's online.
So, we shall see. I have not watched Jokers Are Wild before. And so I guess we shall see how well it plays out. Now, RedReum 2 has been practicing. They've gone through a significant roster change, although the roster from last match is still maintained in this match. What I'm interested in seeing is what new they're going to bring to the table. At this point, they're kind of far near the bottom of the leaderboard in terms of the tournament, with not a very high score, like low 20s. I believe it was like 21, 22. Found that GeForce Now beta went live a couple of days ago. GeForce Now? I'm not sure what that is.
Buffy's nail trail says good luck.
Unfortunately. But RedReum 2 has been struggling with regards to their ability to capitalize on certain strategies and come out on top. Although the strategies are very, very good, they seem to not be able to capitalize on some of those things. But that's all well and good because they're still a very new team, and it's taking a long time for them to really come together as a cohesive team. Now, Jokers Are Wild are also not really high on the leaderboard. I'm just trying to find some match stuff here. But they're somewhere in the middle, a little bit closer to the top, and definitely ahead of RedReum 2. They're going to be a tough team to beat.
Yeah, they're going
because they have the boss sniper, Quicksilver, and Buffy the Manslayer. They are all very, very skilled players and have been playing together for quite a while.
I saw at least 3 bodies run past that alley.
You can see that they're definitely not a team that rushes. Looks like they take their time, they coordinate. They try to go for the flanks, but they're not running really close together. And it's turning into a not so great situation for them in this particular match. Up against Ratchet Cell. And Ratchet Cell is a very strong team.
Never mind.
And the fact that they're not running close together really limits their ability to revive and survive in certain matches.
That's it.
Nice.
Oh my god, my thing was drifting as soon as I shot.
Fortunately there, they were able to pull it off. Right down to the last guy. Let's back out real quick.
Somebody remind me to swap.
I haven't gotten notification, but that doesn't mean that they didn't go live. That is not what I wanted to do.
Swap my grenades out.
Wow.
No, still currently not live. These things never go according to plan, do they?
Nice, one remaining.
Let's bring it back up. Let's go to the next round. Now, I'm interested to see what maps are going to be used. There was a recent update to the firewall this week. It was update 1.38, which includes a free-to-play week. So starting August 28th, in celebration of okay, we are live. Hold on, just in celebration of Firewall's 1-year anniversary. Firewall came out August 28th, 2018, and we are now. What's up, Reaper? Just going to be commentating on my team's match tonight, man. That's what it's coming down to. So yeah, Firewall's been out for a year today, and starting today, there's going to be a free-to-play version that newcomers can hop on in if they haven't played it before, give it a test run, see if it's a game that they really want to be playing. And in addition to that, it's also for all the long-standing players that already own the game. It is going to be double XP for a week, so it's going to be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. All right, so we got Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We have Voxtime, PW, and Yeehaw Donkey. So it looks like their lineup. I think Quicksilver was a sub, but these other folks, they are not subs. They must have gone through a roster change themselves. So this will be interesting to see how well they play together. They may be starting at Bunker. That'll be interesting. Life with Ashley. So it looks like they're all running with CQBs there, if I can see correctly enough. We got Raha, who can sense people who are, if they're running Raha, you're going to capitalize on the double. I will be capitalizing on the double XP for a little while. I'm going to try to hop on it, but I can't spend all week doing it. I'm already at level 50, so I'm not too concerned about getting up there. The leaderboard is based on XP, but what I'm really concerned about is my kill-death ratio. The kill-death ratio really tells you the skill of the player. The amount of XP doesn't. The amount of XP just tells you how long someone's been playing. That doesn't take away anything from them, but really some of the people on the leaderboard, their KDRs are like 1.2, 1.5, but there are a few people on the leaderboard whose KDRs are 3.5 and stuff of that sort. So it's pretty interesting. I'm just going to turn this down a little bit so I can kind of not be distracted by what they're saying. So El Candor is the captain of RedReum 2, whereas Yeehaw Donkey is captain of Jokers Are Wild. So it looks like the Jokers Are Wild are going to be running with the CQB primarily. They have Akoro. There's an Akoro on the team who can endure grenade blasts a lot better. Experience does give a wealth of knowledge. That is absolutely true. A wealth of knowledge as it pertains to the map layout and very good strategies. And if they play as a team, if they play with their team often, then they're able to capitalize in tournaments like this because there's a lot more cohesiveness, which goes without saying pretty much. But KDR really speaks to an individual's personal performance. I also like to look at the number of revives and the number of assists to see, because sometimes you can get the assists and really help out your team, which is a fantastic thing. And for someone like me, who's primarily a support, those assists tend to mean a lot more than personal kills. But regardless, they're running with Raha here. They're also running with Akoro, and I'm forgetting the guy's name who has the fake leg there. Diaz. They're running with Diaz, so they're definitely going to be running with double time. I wouldn't be surprised if they were running with the self revive as well. But CQB is generally good for short or for mid to long range. He's running with a suppressor, which is interesting. I don't see many players running with a suppressor because it reduces the amount of accuracy on your shots. But there's an upside you're not seeing on the tablet, so you're not picked up as a red dot. Actually, it looks like a couple of people are running with a suppressor. They might all be running with suppressors. No, just two of them. The others are running with some muzzle brakes. So El Candor, Caliber, and Eat More LSD have arrived. They're just waiting on terrorists to show up. It looks like they also run with sticky grenades, which is an interesting loadout. Usually people run with impacts, or they might run with frag grenades. And I see a jammer, but I don't see any sensors. So with the update of Dark Web, you now have these motion sensors, which are interesting. So you can stick it to a wall, and you can get a red outline of the enemy who's within range of the sensor, of course. And also, if it picks up anyone, it shows on your allies' tablet, so then they can see where the enemy is as well. Beta for Nostis is starting at the beginning of September, it looks like. I'm assuming for PC primarily. Would that be correct? Not PSVR. So I want to thank everybody for joining me. I did have a text, or a chat box above me, and unfortunately it doesn't seem to be working. So this was going to be my first attempt doing it. I have to go back and I have to look at some things, but I'm not going to interrupt the stream to be trying to figure that out. So I'm just going to leave it as is, and I'll fix it for the next stream. So they're starting with District. Now, when we were just watching Jokers Are Wild play, they were playing District, and they were pretty solid on District. Despite having almost lost a round, they were able to capitalize. What's up, JJ? Yes, and by the way, we are looking from the perspective of Jokers Are Wild, so I'm going to do my best to try to make call-outs as to... I know how Team RedReum plays a little bit, so I'm going to try to anticipate and call to the best of my knowledge what might be happening, and I'm also going to try to give my interpretation of how Jokers Are Wild will play. Has to submit by 9/1, okay. No, PS4 was not included, as I could see. No. Yes, good luck to both teams. I hope they have fun. District is definitely a very popular map because it incorporates both, close quarters combat and also, long distance combat. So it'll be interesting. All right, JJ. Drive safe, man. Get home safe. I'll be here if you want to watch from this perspective. Or if you want to go in and just watch Yeehaw and Donkey without the commentary, that's cool too. When the game comes in, I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit so I can hear it and you guys can hear it. All right. So I want to thank everybody for joining me. I want to try to do this commentary a little bit more often, but sometimes I don't always get the links to the matches, so I do apologize. If you like what you see and you want to see more of this, please let me know. Hit that follow button and also shoot me a DM and let me know if there's anything else I could do better or something that you would like to see differently. But the match is going to be starting, and it looks like they're going to be playing District first. Now, just keep in mind they're going to be playing 12 rounds altogether. That's going to be a total of 6 maps, both defending and both attacking. Here it looks like Joker's decided to defend first, and this is a pretty good spot to hold. However, at the same time, it's dangerous because you got to be careful with the flank. So they might take position and cover this alley in this front area here. This is usually where most teams try to penetrate the defense. And it looks like Yeehaw Donkey might position here. Some people like to try to cause a distraction. If they can get a nice vantage point of where the enemy team is going to be entering, they'll fire their gun and cause a distraction while the other team, or while their teammates try to pull a flank. So they're going to be coming down the main alley here. Okay. I can't see who is out in front. El Candor goes down first. Caliber gets the revive twice on El Candor. They were moving slowly. They definitely weren't rushing. And they weren't close together, which is a good tactic. You don't want to stick too close together. You can get in real trouble that way.
Yeah, they were
right here with me. With us right now.
Oh, okay.
It looks like Terrorist went down. Voxtime eliminated the Terrorist, but Eat More down Buffy. But Voxtime coming in to support his teammates. Now it's down to 3v1, I believe. Or 3v2. There is a sticky grenade. They're throwing sticky grenades in here. Yeehaw Donkey takes out Caliber and Candor. And that's a full team wipe with 3 on Jokers Are Wild remaining. Now, the interesting thing, you probably saw Yeehaw Donkey shoot the grenade there as it came in. So one of the things that a lot of teams try to practice is shooting enemy grenades, because when you shoot enemy grenades, the game recognizes that as your grenade. And since there is no friendly fire, if you shoot the grenade, your enemies are safe and don't, or your teammates are safe and don't receive any damage. So if they land close to your teammates, shoot those grenades to protect your teammates so that they don't take damage and can keep fighting. Yeehaw Donkey got 2 kills there. Vox to me also got 2 kills. Eat More got the one and only kill on RedReum 2. It was a pretty decent push by RedReum. Pretty decent push. I think a better tactic, since they were pushing down that one alley, it probably would have been good to go 2 and 2. 2 through that back alley there that they got caught up in, and 2 going in from the middle where the cars were and where the exchange actually started. That way you could have pinched from both sides and caught them off guard. We'll see how RedReum defends this and how Jokers Are Wild attack. I'll be interested to see if it's in the same spot. I don't anticipate the laptop is going to be in the same spot. Usually that's not how it works. It's usually a pretty good mix-up, but there's only so many defense positions one map can actually have. All right, they're starting up here, so they're gonna. This is essentially where RedReum 2 actually started, and so that left alley that Yeehaw is going down now, that's where the first exchange started in the last match, because they had to get the firewall here. So they're probably going to be attacking. Okay, definitely. Okay, they're not in the store, but they are back. Ooh, Quicksilver arrived. It's back where all the cars were. So that's where they were taking the first stand. They do need to offer commentary spectator mode. That's why I'm kind of doing this, see if I can get enough pull and see if there's more people who want to do it, because I think it would totally be worth it. So right now they're trying to figure out where RedReum is posted up. They're clearly not defending the laptop.
Laptop's in the middle, guys. The laptop's in the laptop.
So they must have placed a jammer and are protecting the jammer at the moment. If not, they could very well be trying to flank, cause a distraction, but that's not RedReum's style, so I don't anticipate that happening. Alright, looks like Vox and Yeehaw are going down the back. And it looks like RedReum's got both alleys covered.
Oh, shit. There we go. Got one.
There's still a second jammer that they're going to have to find. And it looks like RedReum is holding it very tightly here. 2 down that alley. 1 down that alley. The other one was watching the far alley and is probably pulled back to support. P-Dub down. Yeehaw with the revive. Eat More. Eliminating 2. Vox taking out El Candor. Terrorist.
I shot the grenade.
Terrorist. Killing himself essentially, but it looks like Yeehaw shot the grenade right out of Terrorist's hand. That leaves 2 more of RedReum up. They're both still blocking the alleyways here. Eat More taking out P-Dub. Now it's a 2v2. Vox going down. And it looks like Yeehaw's left against 2.
Get him for revive.
Oh, and Yeehaw coming in with a clutch, dropping him as the teammates were trying to revive each other. That is highly unfortunate. RedReum 2 almost pulling that one out of the bag. But Yeehaw coming in with a clutch at the end, dropping what I believe was who I believe was Eat More at the end there. Highly unfortunate for RedReum 2, but I have to say that is a very commendable hold. Very commendable hold. That was very strong on RedReum's part. Unfortunately, they just couldn't get enough shots off to down the enemies quick enough. And Terrorist, unfortunately, being unlucky enough to have a grenade shot right out of his hand, man. Just right out of his hand, which caused a suicide there. But, yeah, not really a suicide either. I don't know if Yeehaw actually shot the grenade, because if he shot the grenade, then it would have interpreted that as his grenade and his kill. So I'm wondering if Terrorist actually hit something with his grenade accidentally and ended up blowing himself up. But still, very strong defensive hold by RedReum. Very commendable. I'm proud of them for that one. That was a tough one, and they almost had it. All right, so the next map they're going to is Containment. This map is fairly large, but very limited lap or defense positions here. One of the strongest defensive holds to actually have is to bar the doors, C4 them. I wouldn't be surprised if someone took a motion sensor, which it looks like Yeehaw is eyeing right now. He's like, should I take it? Should I not take it? If you can bar one or two of the doors, you can get a pretty solid defense because you can force the other team to go in a different direction, and you can essentially funnel them into an area that you all are looking at. All depends on where you land, though. So right now, Jokers are going to be defending. I'm interested to see where it's going to be. If it's in a hall, it's a pretty good position. If it's in the back white room, we'll actually hear it because you'll hear all the motors running. A nice low hum. Okay, definitely not in the white room. Where are they? Oh, they're in the lab.
Let's fucking downstairs.
So it looks like they're going to try to put a jammer downstairs and hold downstairs in the server room.
Watch this area.
So right there is the server room. This is a perfect area to hold. You can get the laptop or the jammer right underneath the laptop there. You can bar one of the doors and shoot right out those windows in the doors. But it doesn't look like they're actually going to hold it here. They're not going to hold it in the server room. That's interesting. Do they have map overlays of this game? What do you mean by map overlay? So they put the jammer in the server room, but they're not holding the server room, which is interesting because the server room is a very strong position to hold. Here, they're kind of left out in the open. Sure, they have more maneuverability, but they're leaving their entire bodies open. Where if you're in the server room, you can just shoot through the windows, and all that's really available or visible is your head, and that can oftentimes be a very difficult target to hit. Hold on, let me turn this up. I forgot
I hear him up top.
So from the server room, you could shoot through that door and watch the staircase there and really block that
Maybe they'd gone all the way around
that
the
egress.
staircase, maybe? I'm not sure.
And also you can check those back doors and block from the back there, and you can bar yourself in there, essentially protecting the jammer and yourself, forcing them to make a bad move. This is a very interesting defensive position, though. I wonder what RedReum is going to do. And they're all very spread out. It'd be very hard to get any kind of revives here. But they're saying, P-Dub is saying that they can hear, or he can hear someone above him. So they're probably going to be approaching from the stairwell there. Yep. Terrorist goes down, Caliber with the revive, but can't prevent Terrorist from dying.
Oh, double down. Oh, yeah, you guys get through. White stairs.
Oh, Yeehaw is down. Buffy back in the server room. Box to me, still spread far out. Caliber getting the revive on L, but Buffy downs Caliber. Eat more, downs Buffy. L picks up Caliber, but L Candor is eliminated.
There we go.
Eat more and Caliber both go down, and that's it. Round over. Ooh, what a hold.
Sticky them, didn't you?
That was crazy.
Right.
They really tried to push those stairs. That was a good hold. That was a very dangerous defensive hold on Joker's part, but they did it very, very well. That really speaks to how well they work, their cohesiveness as a team. Raz, I'm going to have to check that out after so I can see what you're talking about. Just because I'm looking at the chat on my phone.
Guys, if it's okay with you, can we swap to a different host from your team? Because at the moment we are getting major lag whenever we're trying to pull out revive pistols and
Okay.
throw grenades.
All right, so they're looking to switch hosts here because they're experiencing some lag, but that match still counts. They're not taking that point away. Instead, with only 3 matches in, they're going to be switching host, hopefully to have better luck. And sometimes that happens. You know, you get a bad host, and then your gun glitches, something in the match glitches, and it puts you at a disadvantage. That sometimes happens. So it's nice that Jokers are working with RedReum 2 to correct this. Alright, in the meantime, while we wait for this to load, which it seems like it's having some loading issues, let's head on over. That is not what I was going for. So I'm going to open up the chat here. Oh, you know what? It won't show up here, unfortunately. That's a shame. Okay. We'll go back to the match itself. Alright, so while we're waiting for them to come back in, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to go grab some water, and I will see you guys soon. All right, and we are back. It looks like a new stream session has started. Most of the team, or most of the players in each team are here. Looks like RedReum 2 is all there, and Jokers are just coming on in. Again, thank you guys for coming on out. Please do keep in mind that this week, I believe it's a whole week until next Tuesday, a week from today, it is going to be, there's a free-to-play version for Firewall, and it's also going to be double XP. So it's a limited time only. If you are ever interested in playing this game or are interested in what it's like, please, now is the time to hop in and experience it yourself and maybe consider purchasing the game. So be sure to try that out. You can play with a DualShock controller, you can play with an aim controller. Both are calibrated equally, so you get the same or very similar experience. I would highly recommend that if you are going to play, you invest in an aim controller if you don't have one already. It really heightens the immersion and experience overall. So while we wait, real quick, I'm going to come back here. I just need to go to my edit. Whoops. And now that there's actually no... There we go. I'm going to get rid of that. Alright, so they're going to shoot house, it seems. That's going to be... Oh, no, they're going to go back to containment. My mistake. So, Jokers had defended containment first. They had won. There was an issue with regards to the connection that RedReum was having to the Jokers' connection. And so they graciously were willing to switch hosts. Does my cup... I just want to quickly see if my cup is green, so I want to see if that... is effective. Yep. It looks like I'm drinking nothing. That's awesome. Anyway. Alright. So now Jokers are on the attack. Let's see where RedReum was posted up. So they're probably going to be close to the shower room here.
They were just telling us to put away because they saw all the ninjas.
Thanks.
So I believe because this is where they spawn, they're probably going to be near the shower room. Pretty close to it anyway, if not directly in the shower room. If they're in the shower room, RedReum is definitely going to be posting up in the back, defending from the back. But it looks like they're taking their time here, getting the firewall, of course. This is a very dangerous area. It's very open, not very many places to hide. And you're very exposed for grenades being thrown in team. Oh, okay, so they're holding the server room. So this is why I had mentioned holding the server room is... they're waving to each other there. Holding the server room is so optimal. So the laptop is pretty much in the exact same spot that Jokers were trying to defend. But RedReum is taking the different approach, and they are holding the server room. They're going to have a lot of protection in there. The only thing that they need to be careful of is their exposure to the grenades. Obviously, there's plenty of space to be moving around in there, but it does open you up to serious grenade warfare there.
Yeah, I saw.
And there's only 2 doors that they can enter that server room from. That back... Oh, terrorists sprinting out. Yeehaw, taking out terrorists and eat more. They exposed themselves. It looks like they were attempting to go flank. Candor following suit. Donkey taking them all out. He's with the ace. Yeehaw Donkey taking out RedReum 2 with 4 kills. Ouch.
Right here, here, I got it.
There's no afterlife. Jammer's out, and they steal this one very, very easily. RedReum 2 leaving the server room, leaving the safety of the server room to try to push that flank and catch them off guard. Did not work out in their favor, unfortunately, and they lost that round. The score is now Jokers with 4 and RedReum with 0.
I'm really hoping that it wasn't bad internet on their side, because that was nice.
Yeah, I don't think there was bad internet. I didn't see glitching anywhere. I didn't see any delay in anything. But Yeehaw taking out RedReum. So that's 2 maps down. We started out at District, and we just finished containment. I have not yet seen anyone play with Newsroom yet. I'll be interested to see whether or not RedReum or Jokers actually pick the Newsroom. I think teams are avoiding Newsroom because it's still so new and they haven't familiarized themselves with the entire layout and also the spawn points. In a competition like this, you got to know the spawn points. You got to know where everybody is.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
That's okay, Jay. It's not a big deal. Go enjoy Stranger Things. If you're interested in watching this later, it's going to be up. You can see it later. It's not a big deal. I'm watching this anyway to try to support my team, and I just wanted to do some commentary. So this is if people don't want to be watching this and rather go watch Yeehaw Donkey stream, that's perfectly fine. This is more for me than anything else, and I figure while I'm watching it, I might as well provide my thoughts on the match.
We don't know what the fuck happened. You just stormed us.
All right. So he switched from Miko. I think her name's Miko. I don't know how to pronounce it. Mieko. She actually runs with Ninja, which makes her very, very silent. It looks like they're going to be going to office. He's switching from the motion sensor to the ammo bag. So if they're in the office, I guess that would make sense. Oh, well, thanks, Jay. I appreciate that, man. But go enjoy Stranger Things. Yeah.
Donald Trump.
Please let me know exactly how you're feeling about the new season, because I'm thinking I might start watching it again.
Oh, 1 second, sorry.
Okay, so they're still running with the door blocker. They are on defense, but it looks like they're only running with 1 door blocker and 2 ammo bags. It looks like they're expecting to have a shootout here. And there definitely very well could be a shootout, depending on the position. If they're down near the office area where there's a whole bunch of laptops, there's a lot of long-range combat that can actually occur there. So having multiple ammo bags is the optimal solution to something like that. Oh, I got you, man. You're done with it. Okay. Well, how was it? I mean, I'm sure you're watching it as each episode is coming out. Buffy gets approved double. All right. Positioning on this map is crucial. If you have the wrong loadout, you can really be set up for failure. Let's see where they actually spawn and. Okay, this is exactly where they want to be. This is where, or a perfect position where they can set those ammo bags, have that long-range combat fire. And the nice thing about the ammo bags is that they are actually bulletproof. So to prevent headshots, you can actually set them up to where your head would be exposed, and they wouldn't be able to shoot your head. They'd shoot the ammo bag instead. So. Yeah, man, I'm going to have to check out Stranger Things and rewatch the whole series again because I'm excited for it. So it looks like they're going to hold this position. The other guys are going to... 2 people are holding the hall because there could be that flank, while 2 people are going to be holding here at the computers, which is smart. There's plenty of cover here, and there's only one direction RedReum can go, and that's straight into their gunfire. But they got to be careful. They have to be careful because... if they get caught off guard just a little bit, if they move out of position, they can really set themselves up for failure. I will be interested to see where RedReum 2 is going to be coming down. I'm not entirely... They definitely won't be coming down from the main stairwell. Almost no one does that. Even though the glass there is bulletproof, your head is exposed. It sounds like right now you can actually hear their footsteps. It sounds like RedReum 2 is directly above them.
I'm not getting motion sense, thank God.
And there's the motion sensor. They placed the motion sensor, so now RedReum 2 knows exactly where Jokers are. So that's actually that's perfect for RedReum 2 because now they can decide which direction is the best direction to go and attack them from. I would say trying to take the 2 people who are defending those halls, taking them out first would be best. But by doing so, they're exposing their flank, which the 2 here in the computer room can actually go out in the direction that they're facing and flank them from that side. So it'd be very, very dangerous. Either way, it's going to be very hard for RedReum 2 to actually come in and attack.
No, not at all.
I do need a co-host. I'm talking too much. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and thank you for the compliment on the layout.
Yeah. Red dot's moving.
So yeah, this is exactly what I thought would happen. That someone would actually come in. Or the team will probably... I anticipate RedReum is going to approach from the direction that Yeehaw is actually looking. That is usually the best and safest route to take. And there's a little hull to the right there that can provide you extra coverage. And they're not exposed to a flank. Yeah, man, I would love to have a co-host. I would love to, but most people I play with don't live around me. So really what it would have to be is an audio co-host who I would need on like Discord or something. Or we could have 2 streams going at the same time. Okay, so you can see they're trying to stay in that protected area over there where they have a little bit more cover. Buffy takes down El Candor, but not eliminated. Oh, it looks like El Candor is eliminated. There's only 3 players left on RedReum 2. As I thought, one of the options would be to take out the people protecting that hallway down there. But again, it exposes them to that flank, which we just saw ended El Candor. And they're still going to try to fire from there. I wonder if they're actually running with ammo bags. Joker's taking some hits. Dub putting down Terrace, but there is a revive. So it's Caliber is now down. Terrace with the revive on Caliber. Vox taking down someone else, but there's yet another revive. Caliber eliminating Buffy. Now it's a 3v3 situation. Caliber reviving Eat More. Vox to me down. Revive.
Good job. One more revive. Ah, shit, he picks himself back up.
Oh, and Yeehaw taking down Terrace and Caliber also being eliminated. Who is left?
Opposite of you.
It is now a 1v1 situation. Very tense here. Oh, and Yeehaw taking out Eat More. Coming in with the clutch once more. Holy cow.
They all grouped up, all 3 of them.
Same thing happened in District. We saw the same thing happen.
Yeah, all 3 of them grouped up.
Yes, well, in it seems as though with the addition of the motion sensor, it's actually really forced a more tactical approach. Whereas before, you had to rely on Scout, you had to rely on Ninja, you had to rely on those skills and those perks that you could add to your contractor to really take advantage of certain situations. Okay, so now it's 5-0. Joker's ahead with 5 solid points so far. It is a shootout. They are going to be running offense one more time, and RedReum is going to be defending, and Jokers are going to be attacking. And that will make this match halfway over with 6 matches down and 6 more to go. Terrace likes playing these mind games, making them think that he is telling them their strategy.
Actually, I'm not gonna do that. It's a secret.
Korean pop music.
I'm doing this.
What was that noise? I got an announcement here, but didn't show up, unfortunately. I don't know why sometimes that happens.
Okay.
But I just, I don't know what that announcement was for, so I do apologize. If someone followed, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. That's going to help the channel grow. That's going to help me expose this type of commentary a little bit more. They are a very solid squad. They're very, very solid. They play, even their subs are solid. So every single player, even their substitutes who come in, they all play together regularly. So they come in as a very thank you very much, Joker, for the follow. I appreciate that. I heard the announcement, but I didn't see it, so I couldn't call it out. I think that's because I'm exposing my monitor rather than my PlayStation, which if I'm actually playing a game, it will show up. But all right, so it looks like they're going to approach from the top, which means the laptop is probably going to be downstairs. And they're going to take the back way here because they're preventing a flank from occurring. And they want to try to get to this other side as quickly as possible.
Oh, now I'm jumping.
Gotta fix my headphones.
Oh, I see.
So they're probably going to hold downstairs now. Oh, there is some skipping. Ooh, there is some serious lag right now.
I don't even know about drift. I'm jumping everywhere though.
My gun's straight, but
Yeah, Vox was jumping all over the place. So it looks like the laptop is upstairs, and if the tactic is being played right, they definitely went downstairs, and they're going to be holding it downstairs.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know how far that's actually going to reach.
oh yeah.
I want to do that, Joker. I honestly do. The only problem is that I think only one team is streaming right now.
Okay, I put down.
When I was playing with RedReum 2, I was streaming all the time.
They are gonna be.
I would love to do that. So like per round, switch on and off. But ooh, they're holding upstairs. That's interesting. Oh, terrorist going down, leaving himself exposed in that
I mean, you can.
open door. I don't. Ooh, that door should have been closed. But yeah, Joker, if I actually am given the links, I would definitely love going back and forth. With the revive, throwing in some grenades, some impacts, taking them out. Oh, and Donkey coming in and closing this match out by killing all 4 of them. I don't believe that was an ace, but he definitely went in there with a clutch kill, making it easy to find those jammers.
Her ass almost didn't look flat for a second.
Oh.
Still flat.
Still flat. Still flat.
And again, Joker's coming in and just bulldozing RedReum 2, and unfortunately now for RedReum it's 6-0 Jokers. So after that match, they are now going to switch up the host, and I believe someone over on RedReum 2 is now going to be hosting. If you did not catch the beginning of this stream, it is okay because all my streams stay up. So if you want to watch this match with some commentary, please come check out the stream after this match is over. If you missed the entrance, the stream starting soon, got some really cool music that plays at the beginning, and then there's also a nice the trailer for the dark web. I also have that for the intro right before we go into the commentary. But in the meantime, while they are switching hosts, we're going to go to a quick break. I'm going to grab myself some more water. Please stay tuned for some more Firewall action. And we will be right back.
Yeah, my host is like I get hosts in Publix, but then certain people drift, and then I think in private matches it's even worse. The thing is, it's gonna be bad for terrorists since he's in New Zealand, no matter who hosts, and we'll see what happens when Alcandor hosts. Oh shit, I'm offline. He's gonna have to scroll for me. Thanks, Wolf. You are absolutely right, Enzo. Actually, I haven't streamed No Man's Sky in a while. It's me and Buffy have been making moves. We got this new planet that doesn't have dicks on it yet.
All right, it looks like they are working on getting things back up and running. I believe they're hopping into a private lobby right now. So it looks like they're having some difficulty getting some sort of connection, getting this private lobby going. But efforts are being made. Sometimes this is firewall, and you just have to experience it and, endure it. So in the future, what I'm going to do for future commentary streams, I'm going to, like you saw there, there's the trailer for Dark Web, which is the current operation that we are in, the current season that we are in. I'm also going to include some of the First Contact Entertainment diaries, so kind of like a commercial break, so you're not sitting there with the be back soon, and I'll switch between them.
Players met, but good looking out.
And so that way you guys have some exposure to some of the thoughts of the team, and also give you a little bit more look of content. I also plan on including, maybe making a little video of my own current plays to, since this is an unsponsored video and this is over here on my Twitch page, I might as well, show off some of my skills as well. So maybe I'll throw a video together of some of my greatest hits as well. What is the next proxy perk for next release? So once week 3 is done, I believe next Tuesday there will be a new release of either proxy in the new map and also the new grenade, which is going to be an impact smoke, which I'm going to comment on in a moment and give my thoughts and what my hopes are for the impact smoke. Right now the score is 6 Jokers and RedReum 0. But I believe the proxy perk and the new map is going to be released next week. A lot of people thought it was going to be this week, but it's usually halfway through the season. And so week 3, although week 3 is halfway through the season, you got to get through the 3rd week to actually hit the middle point of the season. So although I have not gotten confirmation, I strongly believe that next Tuesday we are going to see an update. So it looks like we're at Embassy, and Jokers are starting off on attack. So it's being switched up now. Usually in the last set of maps, they were starting off on defense, but now it looks like they're starting off on offense. So there are 2 directions. So RedReum is not a team that seems to push. Instead, they're a little bit more tactical in their defensive maneuvers. So I don't anticipate they're going to be coming down these stairwells at all. But then again, I don't know how they're going to play this one. They're going to be holding the kitchen here. So I wonder if they're going to be holding the upstairs or if they're just going to hold the kitchen here. Usually if someone's holding the kitchen here, you'd be able to, someone would be down this little alley here. Okay, so yep, there we go. With that motion sensor, we can confirm 100% that they are holding upstairs, and I believe there is a jammer up there as well.
If you have a sensor, place it closer towards the balcony.
Like right over here.
I wish I could, JJ. Unfortunately, none of them are actually streaming. I was the only person on that team who was streaming, and so we're here observing through the eyes of Jokers Are Wild. So they're gonna hold this area. I don't know if they're gonna be holding that back office or the back hallway, which would probably be the best spot to protect. Right now it looks like Jokers are trying to figure out the best approach to take, whether they should go up those stairs, whether they should pinch them, stick as a whole unit, or go 2 and 2. At this point, I think it'd be best to pinch by going in through one entrance, a set of 2 going through one entrance and a set of 2 going through the other entrance and really throwing them off. But both directions are definitely dangerous. So in the back office here, no, that's not the office. That's the back office. So in the back office here, they have a lot of room to play around. But if RedReum 2 is watching that room, that could be a very dangerous entrance to go through. He's going to be checking the ledges here, make sure no one's peeking around the... Oh, and it looks like someone is holding up there on the balcony. Nice and tight on that pillar, too. It's very beautiful. Very hard to hit.
Okay.
Forcing
Sensor.
forcing Yeehaw to expose his entire body to gunfire there. They are holding the office here from the opposing door, keeping some distance. And because he could see the red outline, those impact grenades are going to take Terrorist out, leaving Eatmore and Caliber alone. Caliber downing Buffy, but Caliber also going down. El Candor and Eatmore both eliminated. And the jammer is gone.
Jams? I think that was it though. I got the jammer up here.
I believe there is only one jammer that was actually placed.
Yeah, I didn't hear that open, but it probably is.
Probably is.
And now without any competition here, they're just going to go in and they're going to take another win at the laptop. Oh, it seems as though there's another jammer. And the laptop is open, and Jokers are Wild going to take another match,
I blind fired that guy.
raising the score to 7 Jokers, RedReum 0.
I didn't even go in the room. I downed him, and then I went.
What's up, Crook? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you stopping on in. Just to announce once more, to celebrate the Firewall anniversary, which is now 1 year old today. You can now play Firewall for free if you don't already own the game. If you are interested in the game and if you're interested in the content that you're seeing here, or if you've seen videos in the past and you've kind of come across it and you're a PSVR owner and you're interested in it but weren't sure about putting the money down, you can now try it for free for this week. And this week only in celebration for the 1 year anniversary. For all those who currently own the game, to give us a benefit as well, since we've already put money into the game, they're giving us a double XP week where every match you play, you're going to get double the XP you traditionally would get. So if you're on the defensive team, or if you lose a round and you would get 200 points, well, this time you're going to get 400 points. If you win a match and you were to get 600 points, you're now getting 1,200 points. So definitely hop on that train, get that double XP, bump yourself up the leaderboard, and get at it. I myself will be playing. I still need to finish the dark web operations from week 2. I'm almost done, but unfortunately I was running into situations where I didn't have the best teammates because I was playing with randoms and we just weren't cohesive, and that's kind of what happens. And once you can get like at least one solid team or teammate or a couple solid teammates, you can succeed. But I've been struggling a little bit. But regardless, this operation has been an absolute success. Unlike Nightfall, which when it was released, there were a plethora of network issues that just weren't corrected until well after week 3. But Dark Web has had a very successful release. A lot of really cool trinkets, a lot of really cool camos, a lot of really cool skins to your guns, and the perks are really great as well. So at present, we have the new map, Newsroom, which is a big hit, but it doesn't seem like anyone in the tournament, from what I've seen, has actually capitalized on using the Newsroom as one of their maps in their matches, which is interesting but not surprising. We also have a new contractor, unfortunately. Kane, that's his name. I was saying I couldn't remember his name right off the bat, but Kane, and he comes with the knife throwing perk, which is awesome. So you get 3 knives that you can throw. So instead of going up and trying to melee stab someone, he'll take his knife, hold it in the blade, and chuck it from a distance. So you're essentially given a third projectile weapon, which is really cool. I haven't tried using it against other players because I don't think about it, so I'd have to go in, play some solos, get used to killing NPCs with it. But it's still a really cool skill that you can utilize. In the next release, which I believe, like I said, is going to be next Tuesday, we're going to get another map, which is called Cargo. And that's going to be on a boat, from what we can tell. It looks like it's on a boat, but it hasn't totally been confirmed from my understanding. But it looks really, really cool. And with that new map, we're also getting a new contractor called Proxy. And her skill is going to be able to hack into the firewall and, hack into the camera. So now you can filter through all the different cameras with Proxy, which sounds like it's a really cool skill, but it really exposes proxy to gunfire, and so you would really have to protect. And I don't know where it would be advantageous. I don't know how it would be advantageous unless you're on defense. It might be to your advantage. I can't see it being really an advantage on attack, especially if the defensive team is a team that likes to rush. Oh, and the other thing that I didn't mention with the original initial release of Dark Web, we also got the motion sensor, which is utilized very heavily not only in tournament matches but also in just regular standard gameplay. A lot of people are using the motion sensors. I ran with a team where my 3 teammates were running with motion sensors, so they were all over the place. I'm like, guys, you got to pick something else, but it's so darn popular now. But the interesting thing is you can defend against the motion sensor by running with Ninja, which with Ninja you're still not picked up even with the motion sensor, so it's great. And that has been confirmed. Right? I played a match where there was someone running with Ninja and they were not picked up on the motion sensor. In the 4th week, in the second half of this season, we're getting Proxy, we're getting Cargo, and we're also getting the instant smoke bomb. So like the impact grenade, the impact smoke screen is going to explode on impact. My hope is that the smoke is a lot more dense than the basic smoke grenade. All right, so we're on docks now. No, warehouse. My apologies. We're in warehouse. And if they brought a whole bunch of...
Yep, I got a delay on my revives.
Yeah, I might. Pistol won't switch. Nah, fuck
yeah, it doesn't matter how good someone's internet is.
As long as someone's far away, that's all that matters.
There's a lot of grenades going out. Oh, they're complaining of delays, but it seems as though that they're having... Well, they're killing themselves, but...
Absolutely not.
But it looks like, I mean... But gunfire was... there was already engagement, so...
I've debated a million times. If someone is very far away from everyone else, that introduces lag. It just does. I don't know why people don't get that in this game.
All right, I'm just listening to the commentary here. So they're complaining that the connection is poor and that there's a lot of lag. So when they're switching guns, there's a significant delay between their primary weapon and the secondary weapon, and that seems to be the basis of their concern. So there's significant delay, and it's making gameplay very, very difficult. But as the rules state, once there's engagement, once shots have been fired, you can't kill yourself, and that round must continue. I'm going to wait and see how they coordinate this and whether or not they're going to count that or not count it. I'm not entirely sure.
Gutos was messaging me. He also tagged Juke Elcando in the group chat, saying that terrorists cannot host the foreigner.
You're not North America. Yep.
Okay, so we'll try on Eat Wars and we'll do another round one. It's okay, it's fine.
Alright.
Eat Wars send invites.
All right, so it looks like they're switching host to Eatmore LSD, and he's going to host. Terrorist is out in New Zealand, so he is quite far away from the Americas. So it's making the connection a little bit more poor. And apparently Gutos, who is one of the individuals who kind of started the North American Firewall League, he's a co-founder, so to say, says that the foreigner, which you're allowed to have one person living outside the United States on your team, the foreigner is not allowed to host, which I'd have to go back to the rules in the rule book and see, but I don't remember that being a thing. So I would contest that myself, but regardless, they all seem to be in agreement, so that's a nice thing to see. I just want to thank everyone for coming back out and checking out the stream. I know there are many other streams out there that you could be watching. I hope this is a pleasant experience for you. If you guys enjoy this and you want to see more of this, please make sure you hit that follow button. If you really want to support me in a larger way, you can subscribe, but don't feel obligated to do so. I know everyone lives on a budget, so I don't want to take any of your money. I'd rather you live a nice, healthy, and satisfying life. But if you do have the extra money and you like to support me in that way, that too would greatly be appreciated, and it'll give me more incentive to continue to do this, and probably more often, since my time is limited, being a new dad and everything. So this time is typically very constrained. The score is still 6. That match does not count. It seems as though that they all agreed on that one. And they're going to go back to Warehouse, and it looks as though Jokers are going to be defending, even though when they were in the other map, they were attacking? No. I apologize, JJ. The score is 7-0 because they were attacking before and they were at least one up. So the score is 7-0, and they're going to replay that round. Yes, player 2 is sleeping. He has been sleeping since before 8 o'clock. Thank goodness. But he hasn't been taking naps during the day. So that's probably why he's so tired. All right, so they're getting the invitations. Be on the lookout for the next round, for the next match with RedReum 2. I am going to have some different commercials, I guess you could say. I'm going to have different commercials set up. I'm going to work on the layout a little bit more. I'm going to continue to try to make this layout and this experience much better. When the new operation releases, it's good. The layout's going to be a different color. We're going to have, if it were Nightfall, it would all be blue, but I found this one, and it's orange, and it fits the dark web colors, so it's pretty nifty.
Yeah, Terrace, the one thing that is an unfortunate part of P2P is that...
So I'm just going to lower this now because there's going to be this intermittent commentary. You never know when things can get heated, so I want to try to leave that out of my stream. I hope you guys can appreciate that. And so one thing about Terrace, and since I played with RedReum 2, I know a little bit about just about all the members of the team. Terrace, he lives in New Zealand, but he's played and is captain of multiple Australian teams. And I say Australian teams because there are Australian leagues. And since New Zealand is very, very close, pretty much just an island just outside Australia, those are the leagues he primarily plays in, and he does very, very well. He's a very strong player. But like any other sport, different countries play differently, and their performance is different, and where he may be very, very good over in the Australian league and even in random public matches, in this particular tournament, it seems as though his team has been struggling a little bit and getting some victories, and I think it's because his tactics that he's utilizing are not well known to the players, and so with the significant roster change, unfortunately, that hasn't really allowed the team to capitalize on those amazing strategies that he has. So they're lacking the cohesiveness that some of these other players or other teams have, like NAC, Killer Bees, the Jokers, RedReum 1, and there was another team, Ratchet Cell. They're all very cohesive teams. They've all played together quite a bit, and that's why they're higher up on the leaderboard. And so hopefully there's still plenty of matches left, and hopefully RedReum 2 can start capitalizing on certain matches and getting more and more points. so that they can bump themselves up in the leaderboards. But I'm interested to see. I definitely know NAC is going to be going to the finals. It's almost a no-brainer. Right now, they're number 1 on the leaderboard for the league, and they're doing absolutely remarkable in terms of points. I don't think there may have been one match where they got 9 wins or 9 points, but I'm pretty certain they have nothing lower than 10. I could be wrong. I'd have to go back and check, but NAC is definitely top of the list. Ratchet Cell is up there as well, but I definitely believe we're going to see NAC without a doubt in the finals. All right, let's turn this bad boy up.
Enzo just said a whole lot of ligma.
All right, so they're not at warehouse?
I'm gonna go upstairs to those double doors.
Alright, they're switching for okay. My weapon switching. It's okay.
So is mine.
I'm
We're not
confused.
gonna have time to make it to the other door, but I'm gonna close these 2 doors.
I don't know why they're back at Embassy. That's confusing.
Placement,
C4 on these doors.
Thanks, boss.
I'm not closing both of these. I'm just doing that.
I'm going to end up bringing my son down here to watch with us. So we may get a little extra commentary in the middle of this match.
Yeah, watch the stairs here.
But I'm going to wait
CW, you got CW before, or you
till after this round. So they're defending this again. I don't know why. I'm kind of confused.
noise? Hear me?
We're gonna pick up the pace on one of these rounds.
Oh yeah, we have been defending. Whenever we go to another
So they're definitely they're holding the same position that RedReum 2 held. Maybe that's why they came back here. They're holding the same position. He's gonna hold the stairwell here. That's a bit of a dangerous spot.
Somebody let off a flare. What the fuck was that?
smoke.
Smoke right here. Yeah, I got smoke right here.
Okay, so if he's got a smoke from there, that means they're probably gonna be entering from the office.
go back them up.
I'm waiting.
Okay, so we can't host. Well, thank you for that confirmation there, Gutos. I appreciate it. Hey, Karen, how are you?
More?
Fuck every single one of you.
So many girls.
Wow. So they all approached from the office, and unfortunately, we're all taken out. They were a little too close there. But Gutos, thank you very much for that confirmation, and thank you for stopping on in on the stream. I really appreciate that. Having that clarification is great. I must have missed that part in reading the rule book that they can't host, but I knew that they could only have one foreigner on the team. Who's playing right now? It's RedReum 2 and Jokers Are Wild. And right now, Jokers Are Wild are winning with
So, Al,
8
what do
points.
Do you want to do shoot house or district again?
All right, if you guys will pardon me for a second, I'm going to grab my son and I'll be right back and we'll have some additional commentary.
Caliber, can you hear me?
Yeah,
El Candor.
Whoa, you got the tongue roll and everything. Excellent.
Baby back, no one can hear you. You guys go with shoot house or? It's up to Elza.
Candor.
is he muted?
Oh, it must be because we never heard him.
Yeah, I can't
he's
hear him.
always talking.
Okay.
It might be a comms glitch.
Yeah. he might-
Let me send or you guys try some message.
Is he the host right now, or?
It's LSD,
No.
right?
Big boys.
No, it's
Okay, so he could.
Okay.
Drop
I
off
was on
back
mute.
in.
No, I was
Oh,
on
you-
mute.
Oh, okay.
I believe the score at the moment is 8-0.
Okay.
8-0 Jokers. RedReum 2 is having... They're doing well. They're just not capitalizing, getting the shots off. That particular round was not their best round, but their defensive holds have been pretty tight. They've definitely put up a really, really good fight. Just unfortunately, Jokers are getting the shots off a heck of a lot better and a lot more accurately than RedReum is. Thank you, dear. So it looks like some of the people watching Jokers are telling them to just rush, just rush. And Shoot House is kind of one of those 50-50 maps where you can either get really lucky or you can get really unlucky. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Like I said, it's always a 50-50. And if this is a RedReum map, I believe it is a RedReum map pick, they typically will run this map because it is a 50-50. Quicksilva, by the way, you can see her commentating there, and or not commenting there. She is actually a sub for Jokers Are Wild. So it looks like RedReum may be sitting back. I don't know, it doesn't look like they're pushing. They're probably going to hold one of the halls. Since they are on the... Ooh, there's one member. There's one member right there. And it looks like Yeehaw spotted him real quick, and he just kept running. He's like, no, I'm not going to sit there. I don't know how many people are there. I just saw one. So he's putting up the sensor, which is very smart. And he's going to go up on the catwalk, and he's going to look down and see if he can find anybody here.
Peter, you want me to go down with you?
So putting that sensor there, he knows that they're not going to be in this back area. Otherwise, they would have been picked up already by the sensor. All right, Karen, take your time. No rush. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Okay, it looks like they barred that door there, which is interesting. And Vox Timmy eliminated what I believe was Terrace. I couldn't really see there. There may be a C4. A lot of people put a C4 right on the back of that. Oh, El Candor taking out P-Dub. They're holding that hall there, just like I thought they would. El Candor goes down, though, by Yeehaw Donkey. Yeehaw is hurting. He's bleeding there. He's backing up, avoiding those grenades. He's going to hold his position, wait for himself to heal up a little bit. Then he's going to move in. Vox Timmy moved into position to try to apply pressure, forcing RedReum to retreat here.
Hold on. Don't open the door yet. Is he still right in front of the door?
He's at the middle door. He's at the middle door.
Okay, so someone either they must have scout or they must have used another motion center. I believe they have scout though, otherwise they would have seen it. So he's calling it out so Yeehaw can throw in some grenades there and maybe get a kill.
All right.
But no, they're calling off that tactic. They're not confident enough.
Fuck. All right, let's go on.
All right, looks like he wasted some of those grenades and didn't result in any kind of kills or any hits. There were no hit markers on that one. They don't have that much time left. They're all at the end of the hall. This is a perfect hold for them, but they're already 2 members down. They have to be able to hold this. Because right now it is 3 against 2, and Jokers have the upper hand. He's going to try to break this barricade and get through, maybe try to pull a flank, but he still doesn't know where that other team member is. Right now he can only see the one. Yeehaw taking down Eatmore. Oh, and Caliber coming out trying to surprise Yeehaw there, and it didn't work out in his favor, and he goes down real quick, and there's no jammers on the laptop, and Joker's going to walk away with another win. It is now 9-0.
I gotta watch that back.
Jokers on this map is a wrap. Yeah, they were really solid on their approach there. That's not an easy, they capitalized on those first 2 kills. Like, they really took advantage of that. Even though they lost a player of their own, they didn't deviate from their original strategy, and it worked out in their favor. They played it really well. Even though they played really spread out, which is dangerous for a lot of teams because, you can't get those quick revives. They play together so well enough that they're confident in their strategies and that their strategies are going to pull them through. And that's a perfect example right there on how their confidence in their own skills can result in success.
Completely agreed.
Right, guys. I want you all to bring the exact same link with me.
So they're going to run back at Shoot House, and this time Jokers are going to be defending, and RedReum is going to be attacking. Just going to lower it down a little bit here. And what's nice is that this match is actually going a lot faster than what they usually do. Sometimes it takes a really long time. The only issue that we've actually been having are but connection issues, since it is P2P service, in other words, player-to-player connections. That's why having someone so far away from the Americas hosting is disadvantageous. So that makes a lot of sense. But let's see if Jokers can defend this map as well as they attacked it. And I don't know whether or not they're going to push. You believe that they're going to push to catwalk? Well, they are on red.
Go.
I am going right the fuck at him.
I see what your end
So it looks like they're going to rush. They're just going to rush this one. As always. Oh, it looks like they're running with some CQBs, silenced of course, but they're also running with a semi-automatic shotgun. And although it does a little less damage than some of the other shotguns, it can put down put down someone with just 2 hits. Oh, and yeehaw! Taking out a player, having some hit markers, but it looks like 2 members of Jokers are down, but yeehaw capitalizing on the catwalk.
That's it.
Wow, that was really, really quick.
That one, he flew right into the camera.
Joker, you called it, man. You called it. And it looks like Yeehaw takes the catwalk often to try to
we're gonna get a win. It would have been at you.
Pinpoint where the enemy is, but in that particular case, it was just, I don't think RedReum was expecting that rush. Right now, the score is 10-0. So there's one more map I believe they're playing. Hold on, I'm just going to confirm. I'm going to ask someone in here. Score. And then we'll see it pop up. I'm pretty certain it's 10-0. Walzer. Hello, how are you, sir? Thank you for joining. I believe it is 10-0, but I'm just going to get confirmation here. Someone who is watching in their stream. Again, I don't know why these notifications aren't popping up. I hear it, but I don't see it, unfortunately. But thank you for the follow or the host, whatever that may have been. I really, really appreciate that. Wow, they're going to newsroom. Are they? No, they're going to compound. Okay. I was going to say, if I saw a newsroom on here, I would have been utterly surprised. All right, so compound is going to be the last map. Last 2 rounds in this match. This is RedReum's last chance to get any points in this particular matchup. Well, thank you, officer. Thank you very much for joining. I'm going to have to fix that little hiccup there because you could probably hear the howl, but you're not seeing any of the visual, and that should be on there. Again, I made some adjustments to my layout, and unfortunately, some things get bugged. So next time I'll make sure it's a little bit better. Well, welcome, Officer Bacon Donut. I love it. Beautiful name. Welcome. I appreciate it. I appreciate you stopping on in. Be ugly. They literally dominate this map. Okay, so Jokers seem to be dominating all the maps tonight. I mean, they might just get a shutout here, and that's okay. You can hear my player 2 here. Here you go, buddy. He's usually asleep by now, but he went to bed a little early, so I'm not surprised he's awake. It might be the very first sweep of the league. No, you're not mistaken. I'll tell you right now, NAC was very, very close to having a sweep. This just may be it if they play it smart. Oh, this is a very dangerous tactic going in through the double doors there. But it looks like they're breaching nonetheless, and they're splitting up. Maybe a 2-in-2 approach here, pinching from both sides. All right, so the laptop is in one of the back rooms. There's a chance they may have gone upstairs, placed a jammer upstairs, and are going to protect that area. They blocked that door, so they may be huddled down. I believe that is the kitchen area. I could be wrong. I'm not a huge fan of this map, so I don't really play in it often. No, that's not the kitchen area. The kitchen area is across the way. So yeah, they're definitely in one of the hotel rooms, and they're going to be holding that area. GameBattles.com. I'm not familiar with that. Killer Bee won a game 11-1. Still not a sweep, but pretty darn close. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Raz. I'm thinking that's what it is, and I need to push it up. I have to go back and check. Like I said, I made some adjustments, and some things may have gotten lost in the mix, but I'll make sure it's a little bit tighter next time. And you guys are going to have better commercials in the intermediary between matches or between rounds. So, yep, they are holding the upstairs as I expected. And so now Jokers are going to have to push this stairwell. Or they could push a different stairwell and still get upstairs. But they're going to have to approach from either inside this stairwell, the stairwell directly opposite of this. Try to get up. And RedReum is going to be up there to meet them. But yeah, I don't know GameBattles.com. I'm going to have to check that out. Again, if anyone else is into this commentary stuff, please hop on in. Oh, it looks like one of the Jokers are down. And here comes Yeehaw taking out El Candor, even though there was a revive. Oh, Yeehaw going down by, I can't tell, it looks like Terrorist. Caliber taking them out, finishing them off. Oh, and it's not going to be a sweep. RedReum taking at least 1 point away from Jokers. Oh, almost. Jokers almost had this sweep. I don't know if anyone was rooting for them. But if you were, unfortunately, there's no sweep tonight for the Jokers. But, you know, they were very, very, very close. Just in the second to last match, they just couldn't pull that out. Very good on RedReum's part. It's always good to not go out with no wins at all. So kudos to them for holding that upstairs. It can be a very tough spot, but it's actually a very good spot to try to hold because you have that advantage of being over everybody and standing over them. It was a very good comeback. Let's see if they can get another win. They're going to be playing compound again, and this time RedReum is going to be attacking, and I wonder if they're going to be able to take this one as well. Their defense seemed to be their strong suit there, but I don't know how well they play on the attack, so it will definitely be interesting. And I do apologize. That last round I did not have the volume up, so if you didn't hear anything, that was my apologies. I'm going to have to get better at monitoring that. I wish I had someone here to moderate it for me and everything, but, you know, I'm a one-man crew, so what are you going to do? Sue me? Winner takes all. They love playing those again. You could tell they're at least having fun and just joking around, especially with the other team, keeping things cordial and friendly. That's good sportsman. Definitely need to have good sportsmanship. Looks like we're having some loading issues on his streaming end, but we're going right back in. Yeah, if they get the balcony, it's over, man. The balcony is a very strong position. Very, very strong position to hold. However, I did get an ace when the team was holding a balcony. If you can blind fire and you're good at blind firing, you can definitely take balcony without too much issue. But let's see where they're going to actually be defending. This will be interesting. Anyone rooting for RedReum, keep your fingers crossed. Okay, they are downstairs. They may go upstairs, or they just may hold this room. That'd probably be ideal to hold this room. If it were me, I'd put a jammer right there in the bathroom and then barricade one of the doors. But it looks like they're just going to push. They're going to push. They're going to try to take RedReum by surprise. Bring the battle to them. This seems to be their tactic, is getting in the face of their enemy, applying that pressure. It looks like RedReum's trying to go through the kitchen. El Candor goes down. Terrace also eliminated. Coming in with the flank was Caliber, but to no avail, and Eatmore is down. That's the whole team. And the final score is Jokers 11, RedReum 1. You not happy with that score, buddy? I'm sorry. Oh, it's unfortunate for RedReum, and they continue to sit at the bottom of the leaderboard with very few points, and they only came away from this match with 1, and that is unfortunate, but they put up a darn good fight. They just couldn't capitalize on some of the attacks. It looked like Jokers, they just had their tactics down, and they didn't even have to talk to each other to figure out what each other was doing. And it looks like they're going to have a friendly match here at the end. It seemed that happened the last time I was watching, and they just had a friendly match. It was, just kind of ended on a good night, have fun. Oh, no, they may not be doing that. So that's actually going to conclude things for tonight. I'm going to keep this stream up while I finish my commentary here. I want to thank everyone for coming on out. I really appreciate the support. I appreciate the follows that were given tonight. Hopefully you come back in the future and watch some more Firewall and enjoy the commentary. I wouldn't mind having a co-host. If anyone is interested and wants to do something like this, we could try to figure out a way and we could have multiple commentary instead of you guys just sitting here listening to me. I'm going to thank you, Joker. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate the encouragement. I'm going to try to do this for the matches. The only challenge I face is that I don't have the links to all the matches, so I'm going to try to see how many I can get. I'm going to keep an eye out for them. And I'm going to continue to check out the North American Firewall League Facebook page to see if the links are posted up there. And Joker, he wanted you to start a RedReum 3. Interesting. That would have been very interesting. Well, thank you, Walzer. I appreciate that. If anyone else is interested in doing this stuff, I strongly encourage you to get involved. Commentary is very fun, especially if you're very passionate about a game. And I feel like I'm knowledgeable enough about the game that I can provide this commentary, and I hope you guys actually enjoyed it. I appreciate all the talking in. NAC is watching. Okay, Frosty. How you doing, Frosty? It's good to see you, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. I very much enjoyed the chat that was going on tonight. You guys were awesome. I appreciate the follows. Apparently my son really appreciated it too. It's way past his bedtime, so I'm going to try to get him to go to sleep. But again, thank you guys very much for coming on out. If you are not yet following me, please make sure you do hit that follow button to stay up to date on everything that I do streaming in terms of commentary and also my gameplay. And that's going to be it for now. Until next time, folks. Peace.